Hello. Extreme, unprecedented, record-breaking levels of heat are expected across large parts of the UK Monday night and Tuesday. Extreme heat red warning in force for this part of England. Now that area covers a lot of populated spots, and in total it looks like around 32 million people are affected by the red warning. And the Met Office don't issue these red warnings lightly. They're only issued when there is a threat to life. Amber warning for southern Scotland, much of England and Wales, meanwhile, because here as well, some serious impacts could occur as a result of the heat. Now, it's worth bearing in mind that Monday has been a very hot day. Tuesday will be even hotter in many places because it's going to be a very warm night with temperatures in some places holding up in the low to mid-20s. Looks likely to be the warmest night on record in the UK. So it's the combination of the very high daytime temperatures and then little relief by night that could cause impacts. Of course, our houses are built to keep heat in a lot of the time, and they will certainly retain a lot of the heat, given that temperatures outside won't be dropping very far overnight. And then these are the temperatures for Tuesday. Extraordinary across much of the UK, widely low to mid-30s across southern Scotland into northern England. Looks likely to be Scotland's hottest day on record with 34 or 35 Celsius, somewhere around the Lothians or borders. And then for much of England and Wales, also low to mid-30s widely, and a large part of central and eastern England, 38 to 40 Celsius, perhaps 41 degrees. Now, a number of people have been saying maps in the past didn't look this dark. Well, the fact is that they didn't, because we've never seen temperatures as high as this in the UK before. This colour scale was designed to, well, not show temperatures like this for the UK. And so extraordinary levels of heat and serious impacts are possible. What kinds of impacts can we expect? Well, looking back at previous heat waves, it's likely that we'll see health impacts, and not just for vulnerable people, but for fit and healthy people if you overexert yourself during the hottest part of the day. Impacts to transport, to rail networks, to roads, to energy supplies as well. And so the advice is to look after yourselves and look out for others, especially those who may be vulnerable, who may be living on their own as well. And you can look after yourselves by staying hydrated, not exerting yourself during the hottest part of the day, and sticking to the shade where possible, and keeping your homes cool by leaving the blinds open during the daytime. The good news is that it turns much cooler by Tuesday night and into Wednesday. We're going to see an area of showers move in during Tuesday from the west, and actually Tuesday is a cooler day for the southwest as well as Wales and Northern Ireland as a weather front pushes cloud and showers in from the west. And then overnight, some outbreaks of rain as well for northern and western Scotland. And you can see a couple of cold fronts there, and a real marked contrast between that plume of extraordinarily hot air being pushed aside with more typical summertime conditions returning from the west. But on Wednesday, some heat lingers on in the east. So still another very warm or hot day across parts of eastern England, and with those temperatures rising, well, we'll see further showers developing across central and eastern areas later, perhaps some longer spells of rain for eastern Scotland. Sunny spells follow to the west, and you can see the big change in temperatures. High teens for Scotland, Northern Ireland, low 20s for parts of western England and Wales, but still the potential for 30 Celsius for parts of Lincolnshire into Yorkshire and East Anglia. The last of that heat then clears away during Wednesday night. High pressure builds in from the west, and that will lead to, for most, a fine day on Thursday. A much more comfortable night for sleeping, certainly on Wednesday night. And then Thursday gets off to a start with some sunshine in the south, thick cloud further north, and some showers scattered in nature for Scotland, Northern England and Northern Ireland. The best of any sunny spells will be further south, but temperatures, although they'll still be a bit above average in the south, well, I'm not talking the extremes that we're going to see early this week. 24 to 26 in the south, high teens, low 20s perhaps further north. Friday once again sees a mixture of sunny spells and showers across Scotland, parts of northern England, perhaps Northern Ireland as well. A dry start to the day further south, but the threat of some thunderstorms potentially moving up from the south. Some uncertainty about the details of this for Friday afternoon and into the evening, and feeling, I think, quite muggy in the south, but of course, well, nowhere near as hot as how we've started the week. Then later Friday, well, we're in a bit of a no man's land as far as low pressure and high pressure goes. We've got one low clearing, high to the north, and then another low coming along for later in the day on Saturday. So that and its associated weather front could bring some cloud and rain and a bit more of a breeze into the west later. So from Wednesday onwards, fairly typical summertime conditions. Nothing like Monday and Tuesday. The start of this week, far from typical summer weather in the UK. Temperatures we've never experienced before in this country, and we're not suited to that. We're not adapted to cope with those temperatures, and that's why there are so many concerns. And of course, we'll keep you updated on the forecast and those warnings, and you can follow the Met Office to find out much more about how you can stay cool in the heat. Bye-bye.